it is not correct that the present land law is enough, because it is very pro-people. We are the first, one of the few countries in the world who say land belongs to the people. All other countries say land belongs to the state, and you use the land by the permission of the state. Ours is the other way around. The land belongs to the people. We are the ones who put it in the Constitution that way. Before colonialism, land belonged to the kings or to the clans. During colonialism, land belonged to the crown, the British crown. After independence, it belonged to the republic. It is only the NRM which said land belongs to the people. Therefore, those liars who go around saying that NRM wants to steal the land of the people are crooks, because they are liars. They are people who never speak the truth. The only issue we are raising now is that, yes, land belongs to the people, but the country cannot exist without development, especially infrastructure, for the roads, for the power lines, for the railway, airports, and so on. Big things, not small things. Now, for that one, the provision is that, yes, the state can take that land, but it must pay prompt and fair compensation. Now, the issue the method the state uses to value land is reasonable. This is because, first of all, the price of land is known in all the different parts of Uganda. Everybody knows how much it costs per acre, per area, apart from the price of land, which is what you would pay if you are buying to private person to private person. But for the government, apart from the price of land, they add in the value of disturbance. If they want the land quickly, within 6 months, they add 30% of the value. If it is beyond 6 months, they add 15% of the value. That's called disturbance allowance. Then they value the buildings which are there. Then they value the businesses which are there and compensate you for at least 5 years or 3 years. Then they value the crops. Therefore, the money the government pays for compensation is much higher than what you would get from a private person. And Bari must give the examples of Kanungu and so on. But there are greedy people who want to loot, in collusion with some people, maybe in the government, to loot the government by insisting on exorbitant and unreasonable figures. I gave examples of somebody in Tungamo who was demanding 1.5 billion for 1 acre. Yet, I myself had bought land in that area recently for only 12 million shillings per acre. And even that was extortion, because they heard that it was me. They thought I have a lot of money. Another fellow in Kamwenje, for a quarter an acre, was demanding 1.2 billion. Yet the proper compensation for him was 89 million. I gave them the example of how I myself, they took 21 of my acres recently for the PG Kanoni, Kabarasoke, Madu, Zimbabwe, Masaka line, Masaka road. They took 21 of my acres and they gave me 69 million. And here you are, you have got somebody who is demanding in a rural area, demanding 1.2 billion, 1.5 billion. That's why, therefore, those who argue that there is no need for adjustment in the land law are wrong. There are people who do not care about Uganda. They don't care whether these projects are done or not. And some of them are part of the racket of stealing from the government. So that's why we want to say, yes, we shall compensate you promptly. But if you don't agree with the government valuer, first take the money which the government valuer has established for you, go to a tribunal. If the tribunal says that you deserve more money, then we shall top up. And all that is time-bound. Now, after explaining that, I talked about jobs and wealth. And I pointed out that there are five sectors where there are 4 sectors where there are jobs and wealth: agriculture, industry, services, and ICT.
And public service, Your Excellency.
The 5th sector is public service. Public service is jobs, but indirectly you can also get wealth through savings. And I advise that the youth should know this, and each youth should know where he can fit. And the youth should use your numbers to defend vigorous growth of industries and agriculture. Because even you hear people saying, factory yomuyindi. There is no Indian factory in Uganda. Indian factories are in India. There is no factory here. That is ignorance. People have studied economics. They know that GDP, something called GDP, gross domestic product, is the value of all production on our territory by whoever. When you hear that America is rich, it is rich because not because factories are owned by only Americans. There are Japanese factories in the USA. Chinese are now heavily investing in America. All those factories are wealth of the United States. But here you are talking about factory yomuyindi in Uganda. Factory yomuyindi is in India. If a Ugandan, if Museveni went, Museveni of the Nteklan went and built a factory in India, that factory will not be a Ugandan factory. It will be an Indian factory because it would employ Indians, it would pay taxes in India, it would consume the electricity of India, it would consume the water of India, it would be Indian, that factory. The author would be Owente, but he would be doing it for the benefit of India. So that ignorance must stop. When you get people just talking, they don't know where the world is going. So these factories, once they delay, we lose products. If I am putting on, this is Nighty shirt. I'm very proud because I think I'm the only Ugandan here. Because I can see many of you dressed in foreign clothes. You are helping foreigners to get rich, all of you.